Hello everyone, welcome back to Cozy Baking with Deirdre, and today we are making some white chocolate matcha cookies. They're going to be nice and thick. We're going to use bread flour instead of regular flour, which I just recently tried with some of my chocolate chip cookies, and it gives like a thick cookie that's still chewy on the inside and doesn't taste too cakey. So yeah, there's not much to do but hop right into it.
All right, let's start by preheating our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit because this dough is so easy and quick to whip up that it will probably be done by the time the oven is ready. So we are starting with our softened butter, our brown sugar, and our regular sugars, and we're just going to fold that together until it's smooth and combined. Something about baking with just a rubber spatula, a good old wooden spoon, like the classic way, I think it makes it a lot more therapeutic than when you're baking with a stand mixer. I don't know, I just like to tend to do it that way if I can. If it's an easy enough recipe to do so, I would rather do that than waste some dishes. I'm still using dishes, but you know what I mean. So we're getting into our wet ingredients, our vanilla extract, and our eggs, and we're going to mix that together until combined as well. Now we're going in with our dry ingredients, our flour, our leaveners, a little bit of cornstarch, and salt. Whenever you see cornstarch in your cookie recipes, just know that it's an anti-caking agent. Essentially, it helps you create a more crumbly and textured cookie. So I've personally made a lot of sugar cookies that have come out really cakey, and that's where I tend to see cornstarch used in recipes because you want to differentiate your cookie. It's not a cake cookie, it is a crumbly textured masterpiece. So we folded all those dry ingredients in, and then we're going in with our Ghirardelli white chocolate bar. I decided to use a bar instead of chips because I wanted a meltier cookie, but unfortunately, guys, that didn't happen. And I don't know why, because Ghirardelli never fails me, but it did fail me today. Whenever I use Ghirardelli chocolate chips, I never have a problem. So if you'll see with the results at the end, if you don't want it like that, where the white chocolate chips are a little more toasty, then just be sure to use chocolate chips instead. We are transferring this dough to a 9x11 baking sheet with some parchment paper and throwing it in the oven for about 12 to 13 minutes. Of course, if you're like me, you like a chewy center of the cookie. This first batch came out a little bit darker than the second one, but as I break this cookie apart, oh my gosh, you see that white chocolate? Yes, so delicious. That is how I like my cookies, a little underdone. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Check the description box down below for all the ingredients and measurements, and stay tuned for next week's recipe. Until then.